Air conditioning, we're back. This is like video 5 or 6. 2015 AMG 63S. So after I explained in the other videos about the little fiasco of a leak and improper installation, aftermarket to OEM condenser, a line replaced, seals replaced, and we're back at this point right now after I've recharged it. I'm going to explain, like I have in many of my videos, why you don't use pressures or temperatures to charge your system. You only use weight. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. There is no excuses. Well, unless you lost a tag and you're on a remote third world island and you have no access to online data or something like that, well, then you shake the can and squirt until it comes out cold. Which I have gotten subscribers tell me they live in such places and they have to do such things, so I completely understand. So here we go on this Mercedes, and as you can see, the outdoor bulb temperature is 58 degrees. It's a cool morning. I'm taking the temperature at this point right out here, right next to, where's the factory's there we go. Here's the ambient air temperature sensor, and actually I feel some little bit of warm air rolling around up here. So 58, 59, 60 degrees. Our pressure is holding dead steady close to 200 psi. Now, if you know anything about AC, at 50 some degrees, 200 psi is considered relatively high. This has just been recharged 100% to factory by weight only. And if you can see right there, the fan is spinning, and it's spinning actually relatively slow, very slow. And the fan is being controlled by a transducer that is taking the pressure and sending a pulse width to that 3-phase ECM controlled motor to vary its speed to hold a certain head pressure that it wants to see based on the load, the exterior temperature, and what the cabin temperature is. Remember, there's another sensor inside, not just a sensor at the evaporator sensing maybe evaporator temperature air, or evaporator fin temperature, or evaporator line temperature, or even a pressure. None of that. There's also another sensor that takes the actual cabin temperature. Now, based on all that input, it'll go to its computer, its brain, its program, its algorithm, what it was told to do, and it'll send a signal back out here and tell the fan at what speed it wants to achieve to see pressures and temperature it's looking for. At the same time, it's sending to this variable displacement compressor what the swash plate should be at what displacement to achieve what it wants to see, not what you think you're going to make it see by squirting in more refrigerant or less refrigerant. And if you've watched 100 of my videos on different cars, you could see on some other cars, if it was sitting right here and I took the temperature, or if I took the pressure and temp off of my Prius, you would see my high side would probably be about 88 psi, 97 psi. Right now, with both these vehicles fully charged, you get two completely different pressures. Do not pay attention to pressures unless they're like way out of the ballpark and you really know that year, make, model, vehicle specific only, and you know something's out of your normal ranges that you see day in and day out. Now, what I see here in San Francisco, California will be completely different than somebody in Saudi Arabia, in Dubai, in the Caribbean islands, or in Florida in the summer at 98% humidity, 88 degrees. We will all see different temperature and pressures. You have to be familiar with your local area and your car. And some mechanic shop who only does a couple ACs a week or a month during the summer and then does nothing, and they're spreading that load out between 5 or 6 technicians who barely get any experience, or a dedicated radiator and air conditioning shop where that technician does 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 AC recharges, replacing parts every day. His hands are on it. He sees these numbers every day, and he gets very familiar with every year, make, model vehicle because he's doing them 365 for the whole life. he learns patterns that are not in books, and things that are taught in books that aren't there, you get to pick up on that don't pertain to what's in written lessons. All right, guys, I'll move on from here. We'll let this Mercedes go. I'm gonna record these. Oh, I forgot to break mount my iPad, and I wanted to show you what the temperatures and out the dash and everything, but too late for that. I gotta run to my next job. This is it for today. I gotta catch up. See you guys.